Have you ever watched a friend or family member suffer through sickness, watch their life change at the drop of a hat? Well, I personally am not sick. It's not easy watching a friend struggle every day. My name is Tori Wyndham, and my childhood best friend Haley has been struggling with Lyme's disease for 2 consecutive years now. Haley's battle has been the most difficult because Lyme disease is still skeptical in the South and almost in the United States. So, Haley's disease has been a constant battle of trying to prove to the doctors that her pain is real. Therefore, I decided to make my expository speech on Lyme disease so that I could research the opinions of Lyme disease and the current discussion of it. Deer ticks carry Lyme disease and they transfer it to their host whenever they bite you. Even though it takes 36 hours for a tick to actually fill up with blood, so you have time, and after they fill up with blood, that's when the disease goes in. So you have time to find it before that, but other than that, it can be really bad. And one day, Haley found 2 ticks on her that she believed were brought in from her dog from outside. And ticks can be found outside in trees and on high grass, and they can be really easily avoided if you wear long sleeves and long pants, but no one wants to wear that in the summer because it's 100 degrees outside. So the Center for the Disease Control claimed that, they estimated that they've seen relatively 30,000 cases of Lyme disease in each year, and it's constantly growing annually. Lyme disease can first be seen from a rash around your skin and feelings of nausea. But the freaky thing about the rash is it doesn't always form where the tick bite was. And Lyme mimics other illnesses and can later lead to worse issues such as meningitis, psychological damages, physical debility, neurological damage, and meningitis. Haley was supposed to be a college cheerleader. And after being diagnosed with Lyme, Haley was in a wheelchair for a while from her severe pain. So she went from going to cheer in college to not being able to walk. Haley has suffered with this so much, and it made it even impossible to get out of bed some days. Her pain was so severe. Lyme disease should be treated immediately with antibiotics, and it can kind of be avoided, even though some symptoms can still come. So, however, even after the tick bite is handled under control, these painful issues that Haley is seeing can still come. She's been struggling with the effects of Lyme disease, and she's preparing to go to Germany for a really intensive treatment. The worst part of her sickness, though, is that since the diagnosis of Lyme disease is not believed across the United States and it's still under discussion, her sickness has been trying to prove that she's not faking it. And she recently, this last week, was in Emory because she was having seizures throughout the night. And the doctors told her that she needed to see a psychiatrist rather than giving her medication or anything like that or other helpful advice. So Lyme's disease has caused Haley to have seizures almost every day. The seizures have just been recently discovered to not be epileptic seizures, and so now we're kind of lost for words, don't really know what to think or what to do next. But the seizures are painful and traumatic, and they happen almost every day, more than once. So, in conclusion, Lyme disease can be a really terrible sickness from such a small, tiny insect. And I just want to leave you guys with the awareness of Lyme disease. The awareness is growing, and people who've struggled with it are really trying to get it out. But not only do those who struggle with it, but those who get to see those people struggle with it need to be aware. Everyone should be aware and should take measures to avoid this and avoid ticks and never take the symptoms lightly. Go to a doctor immediately if you get bit by one and get antibiotics to avoid all of this, because Haley always says that she does not wish this sickness on her worst enemy.